So anyway, we went to this. We're going to this brew house.
Hey, hold that thought. We're going to start.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to Columbus Local Podcast. I'm Len D'Amico, and this is episode number 120. And that voice you heard at the very beginning is Kelly Bowman. Kelly Bowman.
What? Hello.
You're revered in this house. Revered.
Thank you.
And beyond.
And beyond
Yes.
this house.
I'm shocked you even know me.
Oh, you stop. I've known of you, Kelly Bowman. You're so funny.
You're revered
For a long
the last
time.
2 weeks
No,
since I've
25
known of you.
years.
No, I'm kidding.
You're huge in Columbus.
25 years.
But
wow.
I think you probably met me
I probably
like
met you.
2 years or last year when you were doing the
That was almost
HybridNation
2
record.
years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. It has been 2 years.
Yeah.
When you
'Cause
guys
you've had-
walked into Sonic Lounge.
We did, because here's how cool
Man.
Kelly Bowman is. She's producing, she's arranging, she's collaborating with her band HybridNation, and what does she do to let folks have an opportunity to collaborate on a broad scale? She posts on Facebook that she's looking for some background vocalists for the HybridNation album CD. I get that way
And
sometimes.
I wanna clear that
I'm
up
like,
too.
Beth, Kelly Bowman's awesome. She's like, I'm like, it doesn't matter. We're gonna go. We stopped everything. We drove over to Joe Veer's studio.
Fist bump.
And
Bam.
boom. Everybody I think that responded to your ask for help was actually on the recording.
Yes. Everyone.
It was awesome.
It was a beautiful gang vocal with people who needed to be on it. It was Patrick Bolich. It was Beth for Megabeth. Bella Witt, my daughter, me. The guys were singing. The band was singing too. Yeah. And I want to clear that up too, because that was not me saying, "Hey, look at me, I'm doing this. Can you come sing for free?" It was me saying, "This is a very powerful song. It's a powerful piece, and I need something that sounds angelic behind this, and it needs to be important and powerful." And I couldn't complete it without that.
Right.
It's not about, that's why I'm like, anybody wants to come and do those choir vocals live, please, step up. And if you want to, if you don't want to, I'm not offended. But like Julie Neal's bringing her daughter.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's great.
Isn't that great?
That is awesome.
And then Charles Valentino's going to be there too.
Yep, good.
And Beth. And
Maybe.
maybe.
And I know I'm a fly on the wall in this.
No, baby. No.
But I got to tell you,
Beth Nism Cronenweth.
going to that gang vocal recording at Sonic Lounge and meeting Kelly and the band was just
Cool.
it was beyond cool. It just took me on a new path. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm so
Really?
grateful for you. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I felt instantly like I'd met a twin soul.
Yeah.
Like I did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
you guys
I
are
felt that-
kindred
I
spirits.
felt
There's
that
no
way
question
too.
about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I felt that. Even though we don't hang out.
No.
I just feel
I keep
it's
waiting.
my sis,
I sit by the phone and Kelly
She's
never
retired
calls.
now. She
kidding.
retired
Sits
last
by the
week.
phone waiting for my call. Dude, what's your number? I don't even...
Well, I'll give it to you before the
Do
end
I
of the
have
night.
a phone? Wait, yes, I do.
We're going to take one step back. We're talking about Kelly Bowman, vocalist, music producer, everything, all the things with
Okay.
music. And we'll let you use your own words to describe how you see yourself in Columbus music. But we're talking about the HybridNation new CD release.
Yeah, we have a new album release. We have an LP coming out. We have the CD. We've already sold a box of those, so we're on our second shipment.
Oh, that's awesome.
I mean, it's success in the way that it's not about the money. It's about, because we all know that being an original artist, you're paying for something to be put out.
Consumed.
You are your distributor. And so we want everyone to hear this album, and that's the most important part about it. I want you to hear the words, and I want you to hear the sounds of the guitar or the sounds of the piano or the drums and the passion. It's passionate. It's a very passionate album about many subjects that can be controversial, sad. It's it can be conflicting.
I
you know?
feel every ounce of all that passion every time I listen to the material on that album.
Thank you.
It's so it is powerful.
It's about doing the dance. I don't know if you know that whole concept, or did I make that up? I don't know if I made that up.
When you say doing the dance, let's hear from you what that means.
For me, as a person, I do the dance of grief. I do the dance of divorce. I do the dance of love. I do the dance of loss. You know, give, take. Whatever that is that you are in, I'm in that moment, and I let myself express what I'm feeling. And if I'm not done crying it out, I have to do it. I'll get in my car and be alone. I'm not much of an emotional person when it comes to being out in public or seeing people. But you know, like, we lose family members. We've lost a child in my family. We've lost a lot, you know, and you know what that feels like. You have to do the dance of that which it is. And if you can, once your dance is over, you're okay. It's like I don't suppress my grief or my problems. I try not to put it on others, but I handle it in my own way. And for me, it's music. I write those lyrics, and you know, I remember a few practices, or we call them rehearsals now, but you know, like, my cousin was passing away, and I wrote I Want to Live about her, and then my brother almost lost his life over stepping on a sharp object, and then my, you know, best friend, who was like a sister to me, ended up passing away. It's like, oh my God. She heard I Want to Live, though, and you were there that night, and she said, oh my God, I want to live, Kelly, I want to live. And she didn't live, but she lives on. So it's like that was me saying, I've got to do the dance and write every lyric that has to be on here so that I can express what it feels like to lose your own life. We come in it alone and we go out alone, technically. And that's what I Want to Live is about. It's the last song on the...
It is so powerful. Oh my God.
And that's the song that's actually moved more people than anything on the album. Because
that was the last one that you wrote on this album?
Yeah, and I've gotten 3 messages separate, like, from different medias, but like, one's an email, one's from the website, another one's from something else, but we got 3 messages about that song that said, you saved my life. Like, wow. I was suicidal, or I was a drug addict, but I want to live. Wow. And I was like, okay. I have to have awesome. Relief here. Whew.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah, it's heavy stuff, but it's life.
Yeah, but to me, that is music.
Yeah. It is, and we don't know what people write songs about. Sometimes it's upbeat and catchy, and it's a #1 hit tune, and then sometimes it's intense, and it's about something that you don't even know what it's about, you know? Like, you know, Invisible by Dio, for instance. Like, that's about 3 different stories of 3 different scenarios of 3 different individuals who struggle. You know, it's across the spectrum. So yeah I enjoy that, which is doing that dance, because like, I'll sit, you'll see me with a notebook everywhere. I have a notebook everywhere. I don't know, you probably do that too, or you have a guitar everywhere.
I have a guitar, yeah.
I just have to have that pen and paper everywhere, and like that right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So hold on, I'll get my notebook.
So do the lyrics drive the music, or does the music drive the lyrics, or does it depend?
Well, it's interesting because Keith Sparks writes licks and songs and pieces of beautiful guitar, and something will inspire me with that, but then we'll discuss different topics in the world. What's happening in the world? What's happening in your life? What's happening in his life? You know, what's happening in anyone's life? Or, current events that piss you off, that make you passionate enough to get angry. And so then I'm like, stop, I gotta go get my notebook, and I'll start writing, and I'll just literally write 5 or 10 pages of something.
Wow.
And then piece it together. He'll even say something, and it will just literally, I'll take you, then there's notes all over my desk. Like if we're on the phone a lot, because, we're not together constantly. So that, any conversation will be sparked, and I'll write notes. It's kind of funny. I found some notes today. I was like, what in the hell is this? Oh, Keith said something, and it was about politics, or it's about, it's like about that dreaded subject that ruined the world. That's like, don't talk politics or religion.
Okay.
When
well.
people say that, they fucking mean it. Like,
There's lessons
talk
learned
about
there.
sex or something.
Yeah.
Like talk about
Yeah, something that's
Yeah.
positive. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how those words come out of me. They spill out of me in that respect. But like this album is an isolated incident where it was so much different than the stuff I had written before. I was writing out of like anger and angst and like frustration, and I was young and in my 20s, and I was like writing this, and then I go to this other band, and then I start writing about the power of the mind, and then I come in, HybridNation's been around since 98. Wow. I joined a band on a Craigslist ad called Fade West with Donnie Davis, and there were people in the band that actually ended up not particularly wanting a female singer, so they left the band. And I said, well, maybe this is our opportunity. Maybe we should rename the band. So I was sitting on the phone with this drummer named Steve Sand, and he's like, what would you call it? And I'm like, it has to be powerful. It has to be a representation of what we believe and who we are. I said, how about HybridNation? And he said, that's it. And from then on, it was HybridNation.
Wow.
Because
yeah,
I believe
love that, but I love that name too.
we are all a hybrid nation.
Yeah. Yes.
So that's what we are.
I totally agree with that perspective.
We've been reset before.
Oh yeah, we have.
That's right.
And it could happen again.
It's on its way, buddy. I'm telling you. I'm like, let's get this interview over with. Look at that tidal wave. No, I'm just kidding. Holy shit.
Hey, we're inland here. In
No,
Ohio.
people think I'm whack. They think I'm nuts.
You're not nuts.
I tell you, I thought my best friend was crazy, the one who passed Victoria Parks, but everything she said 20 years ago happened during COVID. I was like, oh my God.
If I ask you something that you don't want to talk about, or it's too personal, or it's whatever, you don't have to answer it. There's no rules here.
Cut tape. No, I'm just kidding.
Are you able to sense and feel the other side? Are you like a clairvoyant person? Because here's the thing, Kelly.
I know.
I've seen you perform.
Delving into the other
I
side
don't
of my
want to delve
world.
in. I think music is very much a part of channeling.
That's what the songs are about, always.
Okay,
That's
so-
what the name is about,
But
HybridNation.
Like even having a conversation with you, though, I can feel everything about what's going on in your emotional state, for example. But that's how
You're
that's
very
how
intuitive.
I'm hit by your music that way too, though. This music and the players in the band too. I want to let's pause just for a minute.
Let's pause and talk about those players.
Just pause because it's such an awesome lineup.
So I was the only one left standing in this. And I'm not kidding to say that literally so many people have attempted to come into this band and give it love.
Yeah.
And I mean that. John Talmadge, Dave Fye, Gary Nutter, Spirit, Jared Paul. I mean, Scott. It's like John Burlingame. I mean, like the list goes on and on. But the people who are in this lineup brought me back to where I felt like I had a family again. Rick Martellino on drums. came in. We did lose a member, but it was a setback. But honestly, Darren Lee coming in was just a blessing in disguise. Like, it was amazing. My friend Michael Hicks suggested that he call up the evil or divine girl and say, I'll fill in for you. And I go, come to practice. And he came, and it was instant. And then my daughter, Bella Witt,
She's amazing.
she had actually had a traumatic experience outside of the Alrosa Villa. She was attacked by a police officer at a Soulfly concert. We weren't even in there. It was just a huge scandal that had happened. He was off duty, and it was a big situation that her and I had to grow. We had to do the dance. We had to grow out of that and forgive and be okay, and it changed her life. But she's got Bella Witt in the Fog too, so she plays piano and sings and writes. And Keith Sparks on guitar, who is my core, because we construct these pieces together. And then Michael Hartless on bass, who I just am blessed to have. He's amazing. He wrote a song on this track called Dreams, and I just innately felt, Bella, I'm going to hand this off to you for a minute. And she said, no, I can't do it. I can't sing rock. I can't do that. You know I can't sing rock. And my voice isn't strong enough. I'm not you. And I said, just let it happen. And she did, and you've heard it. It's beautiful.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
I'm doing the backups, girl.
Good.
I'm the backup singer. I love it. It's fun. I want to harmonize with people too, you know?
Yep.
But a lot of the harmonies you hear on my tracks are me, those up in the ethers. So,
Yeah.
And that was weird too, because Joe Veers looked over at me once and goes, are you human? And I was like,
what?
That's what I asked myself when I first heard you sing. I heard you at Joe Veer's studio, and I'm walking in to do gang vocals, and I hadn't heard you sing before, and I went,
that?
what the heck? There's notes coming, and I'm like, oh, she's not going to be able to hit.
No,
Oh
Kelly,
my
you know
gosh.
you're a profound.
No, I'm cracking up because I'm like, let me rub my, like, no, I'm not. I never ever assume that I'm the best of anything, because
but you know you're gifted. You have a gift. And you're leveraging it from.
Can I be honest?
Tell me.
When I did all those harmonies on this album,
Yeah.
I didn't even know I was going to do those harmonies. I just literally, that's me with harmonies and albums and music and recording. And I mean, you can ask Chuck Wolf and other people that, Steve Theotto and Joe Veers and stuff. I'll just walk in and go, okay, what do we got? And I'll listen to a song and I'll be like, channel that kind of sound that they might be looking for. And I didn't know I could hit those notes that high. I didn't know I could hit a note that long in Messenger. I just was kind of like, after it was over, I was like, oh my God, I'm dead.
It's amazing.
If I die right now, you'll know that I hit the note. You know what I mean? I was just on the fly.
Delivery is profound.
Thank you. I don't
But
know.
When did you start singing though, Kelly? When did you know that you could sing like that?
I grew up poor. I wanted to play piano. Fuckers. No. What do you mean we don't have any money for lessons? Oh wow, yeah. I wanted to play piano, and my mom put me in lessons, and they're like, she keeps playing, but she can't read it. She's not doing it. And my mom said, that's fine. We don't have money for it anyway. So there was a lady at the end of the street who had a piano, and she said, I'll teach you lessons if you got to pay for it.
Yeah.
So, but I didn't. And then I put Bella in lessons, and I tried to do lessons, but I was a single mom. I couldn't afford that either. So when I was little and I couldn't afford lessons, my brother would buy me a guitar or let me play, and I'd play, or I'd tinker on the drums and have fun. I just tinker. I don't. It gets me by. Like I can write a bass line on the piano, but that's as far as I go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe Heart and Soul on occasion. Something really
Chopsticks. Yeah.
chopsticks or some
Good.
jazzed up funky shit that you're like, what is that? Like, yeah, but I was just too poor to get lessons. So it was like, what do I have? I have an instrument in my throat. And so I would listen to a lot of soul because that's what my parents had laying around. They had a lot of Doors. They had a lot of Aretha Franklin. They had, and I would, and then
So-
that movie came on HBO.
Which one?
Or was it called Cube back then?
It was around this one and the same, right?
Interactive
It
television.
was called
yeah.
Sparkle, and it was the original
Oh, my
Sparkle.
gosh,
It was the original. Living in a world of ghetto life. I was like, oh my God.
What is that?
I would be like, where can I get privacy? Because I lived in apartments, no air conditioning. We were squeezed together, no backyard. I would be like, I need to go find a spot. So I would wait and I would go outside and walk between the buildings and I'd sing. And I'd practice and practice and practice and practice. And then I'd hear one singer sing this and I'd say, I could sing that. And then I'd hear Jim Morrison and go, I'll sing that too. And then I heard David Bowie for the first time on an 8-track tape. And I was in 7th grade and I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Those highs and those lows. You know what I mean? Like I wanted that. I wanted that. If there was anything I could get, I had to have that voice. So I became a huge Bowie fan. And then the 80s came and he
He took a
Sold
left
out.
turn at Albuquerque, didn't he? He took a left. He took a left
totally
turn.
like screwed us all over. China girl. I was like,
What
the
in the
fuck
world?
is this? Am I allowed to cuss?
Yes, you can. It's rated
Is this
E,
PG?
explicit E.
It's
It's
okay.
like NR-17
It's rated
in the
RRR.
film.
No.
Yeah, NR-17
And
or
that,
X
so
or whatever.
I heard Bowie and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I have got to have this. And so my brother, best friend Greg Gillette, put that 8-track and they were taking me to the school dance. I remember at Worthing Way. And I bet Dave Crouch was there. It was great. It was great. And, I was ready to get down on the dance floor, do a dance off with Todd Alexander. I was like, I'm going to blow him away tonight. And he put that 8-track tape in and side blinded me. Or is it blindsided?
blindsided.
Blindsided.
But I'm going to use side blind from this point forward. I like
Well,
that.
that's what
Yeah.
he did. It was just like, what? So that's where I found my voice. I found my voice in wanting to be able to hit the notes that they all hit. And then Whitney came and I was like, this is incredible. And then Shaka Khan, let me rock you, Shaka Khan, and I was like, so I started out singing more of the soul and the R&B hip hop. And I've got some cuts and tracks and records and stuff like that too. I got some cassettes. We could rock out to some cassettes.
I have cassettes. I have
We do have a
cassettes
cassette
that
player.
say
Yeah.
mix,
Oh,
mix
yes.
1,
Yeah.
mix 2, mix 3.
Yeah.
Mixtapes.
I'm gonna break those out when we're
Oh,
done
I
here.
love it.
Yeah, and listen, it'd be just fun to read it.
Oh, my
I
God.
don't think we have a tape player, but
I think we do.
I bought one. Do you know how expensive those things are
Yeah.
on Amazon?
Tables have turned, yeah.
Like 50 bucks for
22
like a little
bucks.
cassette tape.
That's what Lars Raymond gifted us a CD player, so that's what we're able to
Oh, that's
listen to
just
CDs
CD.
on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking.
It might have
Okay.
cassette in there
Yeah.
too, maybe. Yeah, I think it does have
Yeah.
cassette.
I'm
That's
thinking.
Did you
cool.
bring them with you tonight?
You went.
My cassette tapes?
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
that's
I-
from
well,
back
we'll
in the
mess with
days when
mine.
I was playing with, oh my God, the people I've been in bands with. You don't even,
Really?
I mean,
In
where
Columbus,
where I've
right?
played. I mean, I'm talking
Let's
in
go
my
through
20s.
it.
I
It's
went
fun
through the
stuff.
Macon. Do you know where the Macon is? Oh, okay. It's on Mount Vernon and 20th.
Oh wow.
What year?
Is it still there?
I just took a picture of it when driving by. The picture, it said the Macon. It was a club, and I was in these great, amazing bands. Like they're taking me to sing. I'm trying out for these bands. But the first band I was ever in was my brother Rob's band. Because I was sitting on that red velvet couch in our living room because we had a band set up in our living room. That was life. My brother had a band set up in the living room.
What kind of band was it?
Well, you're going to find out right now because my first song ever that I sang with the band was Honky Tonk Woman.
Oh, sweet.
I was singing backups. My brother sang lead. He plays bass. My brother plays bass, guitar, drums. He's so multi-talented. He sings. He writes songs. He's written songs that should be on albums, but he just... Get it together, Rob.
Let's do it, Rob. Rob Bowman.
Yeah, he's good.
He's had a lot of music contribution around Columbus himself.
He
for
has.
all
He's
these
just
years.
had some setbacks. So
Yeah, understood. Yeah.
Yeah, but the band. But going back to like the band, just this supersedes like any band that I've any kind of chemistry, any kind of. I've never had chemistry like this. I've been looking for this chemistry my entire life.
It's a beautiful. It's a. When you guys are together, you see the electricity.
Oh yeah.
And you feel the electricity, and when you perform, it's just a channel.
We don't fight.
No.
We don't
it's all,
argue.
It's all love.
We don't. If somebody says I got this, we go, okay, cool. If somebody says I ordered the CDs, like Mike, okay, cool. I got T-shirts, okay, cool. We don't ask. We surrender to the process, and that's what it's all about. It's a good vibe situation, and I will say putting Darren Lee in as our final member, like to complete a 2-guitar player band with harmonies, it's incredible. Like the energy it's up there in the ethers. I'm telling you, it's like nothing I've never had anything like it ever. And it started out with the song Dog. So Dog's kind of like that weird song. Like, what is this about? Like, it's about a dog and what is your dog thinking? What is he feeling? Like, don't leave me again, you know?
Yeah.
So,
well,
anyway.
You can tell you guys
spiel.
have like a love for each other, because when I came to some rehearsals in prep for that King of Clubs thing that we did, and even hanging out in the green room at King of Clubs, you guys are a family. You really are. And you don't just show up, let's get started on rehearsal, see you later. You guys hang out before rehearsal.
We do.
You hang out after rehearsal, and
We have band dinner.
yeah, band dinner, and it was really cool to be part of that for a short period.
Well, you know what? I'd love for you to be a part of it again, because
I'd love to.
I think it's about a collective of all of us together. You, me, all of us.
I love music. It's part of what the podcast started with, is the same type of thing. It's a personal activity that I did. I'd go see you in the early 2000s at O'Shecky's or whatever you were doing those, because I knew you.
Was
you
that
were
Evil or
great.
Divine?
It might have been.
Or HybridNation.
It wasn't hybrid yet. It was. I think it was more Evil and Divine.
Okay.
But it was and I was a wallflower going to see bands. I mean, you wouldn't have known me. I wasn't really socializing with the music, but I loved it. It was a long time. Well, it was a while back, doing that stuff. But I guess my point is, eventually I got to try to talk to people and get to know them, and I got interested. I wanted to get involved too, and how can I get involved in this stuff? And
You're very well.
all that stuff. And,
People speak highly of you.
Well, that's cool. I mean, but
I love it.
And it surprisingly is a cool experience for me personally, to just be so freaking overwhelmed with how people have responded to what we're talking about, and that is a sense of supporting each other.
Oh, God, yeah.
HybridNation, that's kind of what it speaks to. It doesn't, the name, the vibe, and the fabric of which you're reaching into the community for contribution.
Yeah.
You're saying, hey, this is about, if you want to do this, you're invited. You're invited to listen, you're invited to consume, experience. It's very emotional. It's a very emotional band.
It is. I'm actually so privileged to be in it, and I'm going to be honest, I'm the lucky one. They're like, we couldn't do this without you. I'm like, how do you figure that? Nobody in this band is disposable. Like, it is absolutely necessary. The particular people in this band are necessary.
It is
to make it
HybridNation.
up. And if you hear the passion, just, man, those drums on Dreams,
Yeah.
it just puts me in a, I mean, he just knocked my socks off. I was like, Ricky, what? I didn't know you had that in you. It was like,
No,
oh my God. Like,
to shake his hand and spend a little time with him. He's so quiet.
he's sweet.
He's so quiet.
He's
but
so
he
nice.
He's such a really nice guy. But the drummer inside of him that comes out of the kit.
right.
I know.
There's a lot of humbleness in this band, and that's what makes it work. It's not an ego-driven or ego-based band, and that's what makes
community.
this work.
It's community.
Yeah. It's so important. Like, Darren's the uplifting acrobat of the band. Awesome, dude. Get you some. Like, Darren's the one. And then Keith is he's like the more logical, calculated thinker, where he's like, we have to go back and change this and make sure that this is correct. Yes, Superman. Absolutely. Like, he reminds me of Clark Kent. Like, and then Bella's like, stop. I have something to say. And then she'll goof off. But she's a huge part. We're writing a song right now that Keith and Bella have had up their sleeve. And I'm like, what? When did this happen? And they're like, you've been laid up with your ankle replacement. I'm like, oh my God, this song is going to be so good. It's so theatrical and powerful. I'm like, what could the words possibly be? And they won't come until I'm inspired. That's the thing that I have to wait until it inspires me.
You
because
have to process your dance to
Yes.
get to that point, right? And then you finish your
Yes,
dance.
absolutely.
Interesting.
That's interesting because when I did, Dog was the first one on the CD, and Keith, I was somewhere with Bella, and I didn't know Keith that well. I'd never been to his house or anything. We were practicing at the Plastic Waffle. We call it the Waffle House. But anyway.
Wait a minute. You were practicing what at the Waffle House?
Our band was rehearsing at the Plastic Waffle on Indianola. It's a
Really?
rehearsal space
I
right in
didn't
front of
know
Nate
that.
Glass.
Oh, cool.
So-
Yep. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a lot more grungier than Nate Glass, but it's
Oh.
also $11 an hour. So it's like,
Oh, wow.
Tell me more.
Ooh,
Yeah.
shout
you buy
out.
time and
Shout
then you
out.
just, it's huge. Yeah, I love Todd. He's cool. So we were rehearsing there, and then, I got a call from Keith. I think it was a text. I didn't know him that well. It's like, I think he got in the band in July, and he told me, he's like, I'm looking over in this rehearsal space, like, who is this kid? My daughter, just standing there, like, at her keys, like, happy and ready to party. Like,
like
she
the
was
Partridge
ready
Family,
to go.
huh?
Yes! It was like the metal Partridge Family. And then we all got drunk at Michael Schenker one night, and he came over, and we were all sitting there, and he heard her play her music, and he went, oh my God, I get it now. We need this kid. She was like 18 or something.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, when he said, I'm writing this, I think I got something for you. And I went, let's party. And I said, I'll be over. He said, I couldn't believe you just came over like an hour later.
You were
and
inspired.
I sat on the floor with the notebook, and I was like, okay, all right. What do you feel when you play it? And he goes, I don't know. This is the best part of Keith. I go, what's it make you feel? And he goes, I don't know. It just sounds fucking cool. And I'm like,
There it is.
hold on, dude. What do you feel when you play this? We're talking about someone who can play like, he's
Keith.
inspired by Gary Moore. He's inspired by Yngwie. He's inspired by Randy Rhoads. He's inspired by every single.
He's a great guitar player.
He's just, his guy is George Lynch. You know what I mean? Like, he's so out there. And then Darren comes in, and you've got this cool mix, and he's got this like whammy bar Steve Vai kind of thing going on, and you're like, this is gonna go really well.
You got two ace guitar players in your band,
like,
Kelly. They're
this
aces.
is really good. Yeah. So it's fun. And we double as evil or divine now, because I said, okay, here's the situation. were being asked to play Dio for an hour and a half, and they're like, "Is there any pay in it?" I said, "Yes, there is." And they're like, "All right, well, we only have 6 originals." This was like back that we only have this many originals. We'll just do the rest in Dio. Okay, we'll mix it together. So we're all about having fun and mixing it together.
Yeah.
And and we've paid to play, but we've also made money playing. So
I would think you could play wherever the hell you wanted to do.
It's not that easy. But we just got a casino gig with our buddies, the Eternal Now. They're great.
And where's that?
Florence, Kentucky.
Florence, okay.
They're amazing.
Excellent. When's that show?
Oh, we just played it.
Thanks for telling us.
We just played it and made a bunch of money and sold a
Good.
bunch of merch. And we were
Good.
and here's us. Like, we're not like all high and mighty. We're
worth
going like
going.
this. We're going, dude, we made money.
Hell yeah,
And they
man.
gave us a writer, and they gave us and my buddy Roger Dunn that plays drums for that band, and Steve, and they're all cool, and Jim Moss, and so and then Jim got his son in the band, so now they're kind of Partridge Family in it out. Like, everybody's and now Julie Neal's got her daughter singing, and she's like, "We're Partridge Family and out now."
Right on.
It's so fun.
Yes.
I mean, we're just I'm just focusing on. We want to do a concept album right now. That's what we're working on right now. But at the same time, when you're in a situation like this and you have these talented people, you just, whatever comes out. You write it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sorry, I need to get closer to the mic.
I don't know you're going to get that close.
We
I just
I'm going to hug the mic. No, I'm just kidding.
that's hot.
So hot.
Well, it's Kelly Bowman.
Oh my God, what? That name doesn't mean shit to me. Do you
it
know
means a
that?
lot.
That's funny.
Well, no, why do you say that your name doesn't mean anything to you?
Because
She carries it on her driver's license,
it's like, I don't know. It was my given name at birth, and I just kind of kept it.
Well,
I mean, but I was Onyx for a while. Black is my favorite color.
I love it.
And I was known as Onyx the Stone for a while, like Onyx Jones, because I did that hip hop phase.
Oh, that's
And
good
they
name.
loved it.
When was your
It's a good
hip hop
name, yeah.
phase? Was that early? Before you got into more of a metal rock? Heavy rock kind
So
of...
I started out with my brother, and then
Yeah.
I started doing Ground Round every Thursday night with Rachel Silverman
Yes.
from high school. And we'd play and sing and make money at dinner.
What were you called?
I don't even know.
It was at the Ground Round.
Kelly
you
and
guys
Rachel?
Did...
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Which ground round was it on 161?
It was the one
there?
that turned into the melting pot, and then it turned
Okay.
into a bank, and now it's like a Cane's Chicken or something.
All right.
It was a fondue place after it was Ground Round. It's directly across from Graceland and
Right.
Oh, yeah.
It's at
Yeah.
Graceland, and it's across
like
from the
a-
Longhorn.
know. what you're talking
Old
about, yeah.
Worthington.
Yeah.
Type of vibe.
Clintonville.
Like-
yeah.
Right on. Well, way north.
Across
north,
from Broad
okay.
Ghettos, kind of up and down a little bit. My friend, we all had friends that lived there. But
I gotta say, you said you played with Rachel from your class in high school, and you mentioned Dave Crouch earlier. So you went to Worthington.
oh,
You guys had
I did.
like you and Dave Crouch and Ken Kaplan and
Tons of people.
Frank Aledia
yeah,
and-
lots
and
of
you had
music.
so
Was
many
there something
people
in the
in your-
water in Worthington? What's the
Yeah.
story?
I don't know.
I should have moved.
Dave lived in a house. I lived in apartments I lived in the projects of Worthington. Dave,
so you've
Dave
got a
was
cooler
more
story.
privileged, but I will say this: Dave was always fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like, he was always cool. He was a great drummer, great singer. He's always but he got into that later,
Okay.
where I was like kind of doing it the whole time because I didn't really have anything else to do. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like-
you inspired all of them.
I don't know if I inspired
That's
them
what I'm
because I
saying.
ended up
You-
going to the
you were-
alternative high school, and they all stayed at the regular high school.
jeez.
Yeah, I went to the AP alternative program with Linworth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I applied, and they said yes, and I went, yes. What is this? It's a way out. And it was a way of being artistic visually and sound. I mean, we had bands at our school that played the school dance
good
called
music. Good
yeah,
music,
man.
right?
Jim Thomas and Alfredo and the Mashed Potatoes. Me and
Right
Mike
on.
Stimmel
Oh
would
my
head up there.
gosh.
I mean, I was always
Did you sing in those?
no.
Really? Not then. Okay.
No, I was singing with her at the folk thing.
Yeah.
Like we were doing that kind of folk. And I said, can we do some Bowie? I want to do some Bowie.
That's how it happened.
Yeah, it was funny when I met Keith. He was like, that Day of the Dog song. He was like, what's your inspiration? And I said, he goes, I mean, like, what singers really, make you tick? Like, is it, he probably thought I was going to be like Sarah McLachlan, which she does, but
in a different way, though. Who's asking you this question back then?
Keith, the guitar player. And when I met him, and I went over to talk with him, because he wanted, it was kind of weird, because when I met him, he's like, I want to customize this writing to fit what you got going on, what you sense, what you feel, what you're
He's
thinking.
so smart, man.
He is
That's
fucking
so-
smart.
Yeah, man.
He does it just like a calculator. Ooh, lights.
No,
No,
you're
I
good.
love it.
Yeah,
And
yeah, thanks.
we can wave at the neighbors.
Yeah.
Hi.
That's
No,
the only downside. You got to keep your clothes on. But aside from that, we're good.
that would not work for
Put-
me here.
put 'em back
I
on.
am.
Put
I'm
'em on.
sorry, but
No,
I am
it's
a
just- it's a
nudist
fish-
type.
it's a
You don't
fish-
want to see it, but I'm gonna show it.
I think people are. I think women in particular are very beautiful. Men not so much, but women. I think any woman is a beautiful person. Any person.
I
is
think people in the flesh, we're all beautiful. I do.
I do too.
I see stretch marks and go, that's a nice
That's life.
texture.
It's life.
That's texture.
That's
It's
a person
art.
who's lived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I covered my whole stomach to cover some stretch marks. Yeah, with a tattoo. I'm covered. Yeah. But yeah, so he I don't know. I've got such attention deficit. You're gonna have to keep me on track
No.
here.
But
So
see, that's the
you
part
thought-
of it. Yeah.
This is who I am.
He thought you were
And
going to say Sarah McLachlan, but
No,
I
he-
said
so
David
Keith-
Bowie, and
Keith
he
was
went,
asking.
David
Yeah.
Bowie?
Yeah.
He goes, what? He was so, you should have seen the oh shit, fuck look on his face. He went,
Bowie.
Bowie? Like as in David?
Yeah.
Bowie? And I said, yeah. What's the problem? He's like, I never would have guessed that. And then I said, the bands that get me going are Dio and the whole Heaven and Hell album and that band with Black Sabbath. And then I said, and then I am just a huge Megadeth fan. Huge Megadeth. I almost had my Megadeth shirt on today. I actually did have it on, and I took a nap in it, and then I got up and said, don't wear that to the interview in case they take a picture of you
Well, you
out
did get a
by that
picture.
balcony where you could
did.
actually fall over and
Everybody
die.
gets a picture.
So scary.
we won't let that happen.
It's a cool pad, man. But yeah, there's so much to say, and you got to keep me on track.
Oh yeah,
'cause-
so the singer influence is where Keith was asking you,
Mm-hmm.
and Bowie was at the top of your list.
and I got to show that on that album right there
Right on.
because I got to
Absolutely.
go low and so high and so low. You know what I mean? Like it's all in there. I'm excited about it. I love singing.
It's beautiful.
I love
material.
to sing.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I was married once, and he kept telling me to shut up and stop singing. I was like, man, I'm practicing my Whitney.
man.
I've got to perfect this before I move on.
He wouldn't
like
get along in my house. Like,
Well,
Beth
and
sings
here's
all
what
day.
kills me. He was a complete metalhead, and he loved music, but I guess I can see why the singing drove him nuts, because I would just sing like I was by myself. You know, if I'm in the kitchen, I had to practice those runs.
yeah.
I had to practice all the runs. You know what I mean? Like, I have a systematic way of the way I've always sang, and I have to work on this singer and get their whole styling down. Then I got to move on to the next singer and get that styling down. And I think that's actually what Keith did with his guitar playing. So
Studied.
it's interesting because I'm dating Keith.
That's good. And so is that news to people that you just blurted that out?
No, we did
Okay.
it like on public on Facebook, and then I was like, oh my God, we're gonna jinx ourselves, because that's how it works. Like you announce that you're dating someone on Facebook,
And then you get hit by a 6x6.
and you're like, what?
That actually
You
happened.
have a family across the country? No, I'm just kidding. No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it is what happens.
Yeah, but he's an open book. Actually, we were each other's therapists in a way, but I had been single for nearly 6 years before I dated him, because that last one did a whammy on me.
Understood.
No, I didn't want, I wanted
They
to be
can.
fit. I wanted to be mentally fit before I moved on.
Yeah.
I don't want to cut anyone down, and I don't want to be cut down. So that's what I
Smart.
feel.
Yeah.
You have to be fit and ready for a relationship to
I
do
agree
it.
with that.
I totally
I
agree.
totally agree with that.
You know, and if you're not,
It's a
Don't-
disservice.
it is.
to
It's-
society.
Yeah.
to yourself, to them,
To yourself
to
more
everyone,
than
to your
anybody.
friends. They're like, dude, I liked her. What are you doing? She was cool. She'd always bring us free whatever. We got free tickets. No, I'm
She
kidding.
reminded me of
my
Bowie.
God.
Yeah.
You're funny.
Oh my God.
So the band. Oh God, the band. Best
Yeah, the
band I've ever been in my life.
HybridNation.
Like we would
Evil
lay
or divine.
ourselves on a railroad track for each other. Like that's how we feel.
Well, but
That's how
in-
we feel.
But listening to what you guys do, you can only imagine that's the only answer there. You know, it's
God, I
such
hope
a
I didn't just jinx
collaborative.
us.
No,
You did.
there's no way that happened. What I think what did happen is something magical in Columbus. I mean, it's a great record and it's a great band.
And we do Dio and Black Sabbath and Rainbow too. So we've got the best of both worlds. I've always been in cover bands, and then I've been in original bands, and I was in a band. Oh my God, I've been in Conspiracy. Do you remember that band?
I do.
I was in that band, and there are people
I'm
in
trying
that
to
band.
get Rodney to do a podcast episode. I just have to call him and schedule it. It's on me. But
Yeah?
he's going to do one. Rodney Sutton.
You're trying to get Rodney?
What do you mean?
I want to say hi to. Oh my God,
Say hi.
hello to
But
Rodney.
you can come be in the peanut gallery for that one.
You wanna do that?
OMG.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
That'd be a great peanut
Oh my
gallery.
God, that's
I'll keep you
crazy.
posted on the date
I've
and
played
time.
with so many people and had so much fun.
But being
That's
in
cool.
Conspiracy, I would think would be a blast.
It was a total blast. We had so much fun.
What's
and
the
then
craziest shit that happened during your time with Conspiracy?
I ain't
Not to
talking
throw.
about that. Rod's dead. No,
No, he's not dead.
no, Rodney's alive. Rod's dead. No, I'm like Rod and Rodney. We're in that band together. Like, I'm not going into that. No, I'm gonna be honest with you though.
So, no, you don't have to.
As
be
cool as I am, I've never done cocaine. I've never done drugs.
I haven't either. I honestly haven't.
I don't. You know what? I got enough on my plate.
Nothing illegal for me.
I'm just saying I've got so much on my plate.
Yeah,
Like I
you-
can't
why fuck
handle
with it?
anymore. Like my
Right.
song, I remember getting high with my best friend Dorsey Pindell on the way to Put in Bay one time, and I had to have my lyrics finished for HybridNation on the way back. It was in the 90s, and we got back, and I go, "What the fuck is this shit?" And she goes, "You wrote your lyrics on the way up. Remember, we were high, and I was driving like it was a video game." And I went, "These are my lyrics? This is not good at all." Like, I go, "They're going to kill me." And when I got back, I looked at Donnie and I said, "Okay, I dropped the ball. I dropped the ball, man."
Did they extend the schedule?
I mean, no. I mean,
She deleted
the album came out anyway. HybridNation Volume 1. Volume 1. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would love, I mean, going back to that whole thing with the bands and stuff, like, man, I played with some really good musicians. Mark Johnson is in Pittsburgh now in a band. He just was like one of the biggest blessings that ever came to me in music, because he walked in and I cut my own pay to get these other guys, Tim Talbert and all these other guys, to play at this wedding. And we had to do like the whole time, and I'm like up there going, what are the words again? And I'm like, what am I supposed to sing again? Like, we literally
Oh my gosh.
hilarious. Like, all these black dudes and this white chick, and we're like doing this whole Jewish wedding, and they're paying us top dollar, but like, you know, in order to do that, like I had to pay them all the money, and Bebop which is Mark Johnson, looked at me and said, you can just give me $80. I'll be fine with that. And I was like, I want to play with you in the future. And so we got our own band going. Oh, wow. It was awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah. But then we got booked so much. Like we were booked 3 nights in a row in one bar here, and then we'd go to the next bar, and then 3 nights. And I'm like, I lost my voice because you could smoke in bars back then.
Too much unfiltered air.
It was awful, yeah. I had to get nodule surgery on my throat.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Been there.
I was like, hi, can I help you? I was a bartender at that point. And the guy looked at me. This is how I met my trans friends. I was working at Dazzler's, and I go, hi, can I help you? And it was the first day I was talking, and he goes, no, but you can go get me something. And he was like mocking me. And it was just so freaking funny. And I just I was like, this is terrible. This is awful. Like, am I going to sound like a chipmunk for the rest of my life?
What'd they tell you?
I had to write on a pad, like a dry erase board, for weeks for that. Did
I've
you?
had that done. Yeah.
It's hard not to talk. It's hard.
You can't talk. You can't whisper. You can't cough.
No,
nothing.
whispering's the worst thing you can do
yeah.
for your voice. That's another thing. People will say, oh my God, like Kenny Mumper came back from the old band. Kenny Mumper. It was me, Dave Beverly, Kenny Mumper, and Donnie Davis in the original. And Kenny Mumper came on our website, this album, and said, oh my God, you still have it. You have it. I was like, I do? He's like, you still have your voice. You sound better than you even did back then. And I thought, what do I attribute this to? No caffeine before shows, a window of eating, water only. I mean, I don't have any gimmicks per se, but there is a regimen that you follow as a vocalist, almost like an athlete. I fast. I'm not singing with anything in my stomach, because I need to take those breaths to hit those those elongated notes. Sorry, bad grammar.
Our audience doesn't mind.
We're not keeping score, Kelly.
It's okay. You can be stupid like you are. No, I'm just kidding.
Not stupid.
So like that is it just innately came to me, like, this is important. No pot smoking, no smoking cigarettes, no, you've got to watch. You can't eat chocolate before. I'm like, I love freaking chocolate. But you have to have a certain diet, and you have to follow that protocol. And then when you're finished, you're like, time for dinner, time to have this, time to have that. And they're like, you want to do a celebratory shot before the show? Fuck no, I can't, because it's going to dry me out. Like, if I do that celebratory shot, which we were doing some tequila shots at the casino last week or a couple weeks ago, I grabbed that.
You don't actually feel bad about that, do you?
I knew I broke my own rule.
Oh.
I'm not, when it comes to that. That's why I'm hitting those notes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but those aren't auto-corrected notes.
I know.
Like that, I'm not, that's not me bragging. That's Joe Veers going,
Kelly,
what's going on with you? Like, he literally stopped the take and just looked in the window and stared at me for like a whole 60 seconds. And I was like,
what?
Did I get it right? And he's like, I'm going to the bathroom. I'm just like, whatever.
I love to hear that.
It's
man.
funny. Our chemistry is so freaking awesome. Me and Joe.
It has to
we're
be
like
probably
one
top
person.
Of house, man.
Is he in his new studio?
He's in his new studio in Dublin, and it is so big. It's so nice. We haven't recorded there because we just literally, he's like, we've got to wrap this up. And
you did it. It was a catalyst to get it done, wasn't it? His closing in his historic Grove City location.
It was the end of an era kind of a thing too. Yeah.
With this project. Awesome.
And the beginning of something new. So yeah, it's exciting because he's actually going to be playing at our album release with us in Robot Lords of Tokyo.
Awesome.
It's going to be cool.
Very cool.
They need like Godzilla up there.
In the as part of the stage.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got that cool logo though that plays behind you when you play like King of Clubs or wherever, with the flames around it.
It's actually a ring of water.
Is that what it is?
It looks like fire, but
It
it's
does.
water, because this album represented so much more to me than like what every other metal band wants to represent, which is darkness, Satanism, being cool, doing drugs, sex, rock and roll, all the crap like that. Like I was like, let's go light. Like you got to hear Sacred Circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's partially me and Victoria, my friend. Like,
Listen, I purposely don't mix music into the podcast because I would rather point a listener to where you would prefer them to consume it
okay.
than to deal with all of the nuances of all the work that, say, Joe Veers did in engineering a masterpiece, only to come across like in a 2-channel type
Right.
of scenario. You know what
No,
I mean?
yes.
Like I
I
don't
get
want to. So I want it to be. So we will point your album to in all the media that points there from the podcast, and we'll. How do people consume
Well, we're not on
this?
Spotify because Snoop Dogg says no. I'm just kidding. No, we have a website, HybridNationRock.com. You can go to Bandcamp.com, and you can actually purchase the album for cheaper on Bandcamp than you can in person. You get a hard copy for $10 from us. You get a $9, I mean, that's less than $1 a song, and you've got it forever. But you do get your first 3 album plays for free on Bandcamp.com. And it's the second project that we have on there. Our first project was uploaded by someone who didn't write on the album. It was a very confusing thing. Anyway,
Yes.
so it's on there too, but you'll see the cyborg man and the cyborg woman, and it's kind of interesting because
Very cool.
my theory is we're intertwined somehow. This is kind of a project or something, the world. So yeah, bandcamp.com, and then the website. You can get us on Facebook. We'll make sure that you get it somehow, and if
Okay.
you can't afford it,
We'll get it to you somehow.
we'll get it to you somehow. If you can't afford it, it's listen for free and then give me a call. You know what I mean? It's like, we just want people to hear it because we think that the message is important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very personal.
Yes. It's important.
Good for you.
And Dio was quite the philosopher. That's why I tend to gear toward the whole, are we out of time?
No.
No.
Okay, so that was a weird situation. I'm a spiritual type person, right? Like
Well, I think that's why I like you so much, is because I don't know how deep you are.
I'm far out.
I'm way. I can go really far.
Oh yeah,
Like,
you
you
wouldn't
and I
believe
could
some of the
talk
shit I hear. I
about-
mean, I own an expo. I own Gift of Light
Do
Expo.
you want to talk about that with this?
I think it goes hand in hand, like the
That's
whole.
kind of where I'm coming from.
Like, I think the name and the first album was written psychically. I think it was written innately, and I think this album and all the words for me were. I think that this project evolved and happened because it was a manifestation of what needed to happen through that. I think it was. I know it was. I mean, the words from the first album, HybridNation album, actually came to pass in our world if you listen to the words, and it was like, it almost scared me.
Yeah.
Like, what are we, I'm talking about things like the plagues and the diseases that happen, and that album seems more thrashy and darker, and it's got different talent on it, which I love, and then this one's more sophisticated and well produced and
Yes.
written, and there's no triggers, there's no backtracks, there's no fakeness, there's no weird, like, let's fix this and do this because we don't want to be heard. We'll play everything live, and we don't even have, like, Bella has like maybe 2 sound bites in the whole song, and then there's no triggers, there's no artificial insemination. It's there. It's just like there. It's like you go out and what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
But we want to put on a hell of a show, so that's what we do.
What
But
genre do you identify HybridNation?
I think it's more like sophisticated precision metal. It's on the likes of, it doesn't have the raunchiness of Savatage, and it's not as technically developed as Megadeth, but it's on that realm. It's in that whole, we're not like a beat your face in, bang your head metal, but we're like kind of like you can stand there and just like bop your head and just fucking groove to that heaviness. It depends on the song too. You know, it depends on what song it is. There's so many songs. There's 10 on there. One was a remake. Messenger came from the first album, which I had written a bass line to on a keyboard many years ago. And it was written with another band that I was with also called Quiet Matters with Leonard Rivers from Cincinnati. Great bass player. And God, how many people were on that album? I don't think Alan Folk was on that album, but he's quite the drummer too. And it's just that I'm going back. Wow. I'm doing like a brain defrag right now. Like,
I'm sorry.
no, it's like funny. It's because like I'm like pulling out all this.
Genre.
It's just
so
like,
you have your, and I guess my point with that is,
wow.
you guys have kind of created your own genre, in my opinion. You swear. I mean, it's not you're not comparing. You're not trying to tribute
I'm not
anyone.
trying to impress anybody.
You're not out trying to be like Steely Dan. You're not trying to be like anything.
Judas Priest
you
or
can
anybody.
cover
Yeah.
some great metal. There's no question about it. But when you produce your HybridNation music, it is HybridNation, period.
We're very firm on that too. Like, we have to do it this way. Or if Joe were to put out an idea like,
Yeah, or it ain't real.
what if you went like this way? Like, what if you took this and cut this? Sometimes we're like, let me think about that. Or sometimes we're like, no. Or sometimes he's like, could you do this here? It's funny too, because Keith writes like the bulk, he writes all the guitars of the songs right now, because Darren's still acclimating to the band. He's still fairly new. And he'll go like, listen to this riff, man. Like, seriously, like you're with Spicoli when you're, he goes, listen to this riff, man. And he'll do something and we'll be like, oh my God, bring that to the table, dude. We got to do that. And it just hasn't, like, we're still just finding our way. I think it just hit a year that Darren's been in the band. So he kind of walked in during a certain point. So we're still finding our way in what we're doing at the same time while we put this album together. And I just think it was fate that it happened. It's more like a precision metal. It's more like it's spiritual. It's I don't know. It's everything. It's weird.
Yeah.
But you listen to the.
You know what it is though, Kel? It really is you. You're the fabric of it, but those guys are contributing to make it what it is.
They've said that.
Your fabric.
They've said if you're not in, then it's gone. But
But seeing you sing this material live, like at King of Clubs, for example, one of those shows, it's an experience. I mean, it really is an awesome show, man.
Wow, man, thanks.
It's one of a
kind. I feel like I'm in church right now.
No.
I do. Like, I love it. Like, I'm looking at her and she's like,
just
yeah.
I think getting the word out there, and you're managing this yourself? You guys,
if I had to say that who's the band manager, I would say between Mike Hartless and myself, Mike is the bassist.
Yeah.
And
he's a great bass player too.
God.
He's an incredible bass player.
Dude, he's a shaman.
Yeah.
He's a shaman.
He is
native.
really.
Yeah. He takes his week of hiatus and goes there, and then he'll go to he'll go escape and go deep into the woods for times of periods.
Is it in Kentucky? Because if it is, I think I know where it is.
I think it's in Virginia, but I'll go. Can we go? Like, but we will need to at some point like escape with him and write. Like, because that's what this
Stay in a yurt.
dude. We would throw our lives down for this band. We love this. I can't.
It's good. It's good.
I say
stuff.
that now, and they're probably over there like fighting for the first time now, because I'm missing rehearsal right now, and it's like I feel like I'm missing the family reunion. I'm kind of like the
trust
mom.
me,
I'm
they'll
mama.
work on stuff, but they're probably doing guy stuff too.
I'm the band. No, Bella's
Except
there.
Bella's
Bella's
there.
there.
Oh, Bella.
Bella's there. Get to work, fuckers. Mom's not here. She said, she goes, what do I do? This was funny because a couple of hours ago before I left, I go, all right, have fun at band practice. She goes, they're probably just not going to do anything because they don't respect women. Like, because they're men. She's on this kind of kick right now where she's like liberated.
Okay.
She's like, you can cut this part out. No, I'm just kidding. Bella will be like, you said that about me. No, there is and I want to get on that subject, by the way. So,
Which
but
subject?
Women and men
Okay.
in music and rock, and
Yeah.
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 how the tits talk and they say things that they maybe shouldn't, or the way they're received, and it's like, what is happening right now? Like, so I'll get into that, but I said to her, have a great band practice. She goes, yeah, right. They're not gonna listen to anything. I go, just take charge. Tell them that I cracked the whip, okay? Tell them that I am cracking down on them, man.
Did you give them specific songs
No.
to work? Yeah. Dude.
Keith goes, we'll run through it. I said, any good band, you can cut that part out. I said, any good band should be able to do the entire set without their singer. A good band. And I said that. And Keith goes, shouldn't be a problem. Like, that's Keith. I'm imitating Keith. He's like, it shouldn't be a problem. We should be able to get through everything. And Bella goes, yeah, right. She goes, they're going to fall apart. Like, it's great. Just the whole thing. Like, they've got a love-hate, like, daughter, stepdad kind of energy. But, like, it's just, they stare at each other at practice like, what note are you hitting? Like, it's they're brainiacs. It's just nuts. I just said, tell them.
I gotta tell you, we were in this room doing a podcast like a year and a half ago or so, and we had Ben and Julie Neal were in here. They were the original Peanut Gallery, and
Yeah.
Nikki Reber and JP Bentz were in here doing their podcast, and we finished it up. We're like, where are we going to go? We're going to go see Bella Witt in the Fog at Rambling House.
Rambling House.
We went, and she was so kind.
And that's the one night I missed my daughter's gig. I couldn't be there.
They
One
were
night.
fantastic.
I
Dude,
couldn't
listen,
walk.
That was an awesome intimate show at Rambling House. But I
love that
I got to
place.
tell you though, I had the treat to sit on the patio and talk with Matt Mace.
Oh, yeah. He's
what
good.
what a sweetheart of a freaking guy.
He's a
number
great
one.
guy.
Number two, his drum as a drummer. My God,
She's got a great band.
Yep.
She does.
Tony, she's got, Anthony Yates, Tony, and Mark Nye, and Matt Meese, and they're all great.
all
They're
awesome.
tight.
They're
a
all
tight
awesome,
band.
awesome.
And they're down for what she's got going on.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most important thing, because she is young, but she's old in her mind, in her soul. She is very developed for someone her age. Mike calls her our silent threat.
There's no question, like, she's your daughter, right?
She's someone else. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm at fault here. I mean, I groomed her for this. I mean, I literally stood over her. She's been at piano since she was 3. Wow. And I made sure it happened. As a single mom, that's hard to survive when, her dad and I ended up splitting, and we were being kicked out of our home by him, and it was a really traumatic time. And I survived it, and I fought, and I built my business to make sure that piano, and even a better piano later, was sitting there. Mm-hmm. One with Mojo on it, a nicer one, a better one. And the lessons continued until she evolved into something that I realized this kid is like writing these elaborate pieces at the age of 15.
Right. I remember, and and it was a very public, experience for Bella Witt to begin to perform, for folks.
She was in 614 magazine. I forgot all about that until this year.
Yeah.
I was like,
No,
oh
it's
my
true.
God. My kid was in 614. Like, that's huge. And then she's my kid, but she's a woman now. She's 23. But she's just, like, in her development. She's like 150. She's just so wise when it comes to this music, and she connects with the band, and she's just...
She knows how to create an awesome hook melody
and she's
with
single.
her music.
She's available, but only to a worthy man.
So swipe right if you're interested.
Time out. How old is Bella?
23.
Okay.
Yeah,
My son-
she's like
I have a
23
son
going
who's
on.
30.
Okay, well,
Maybe not.
she needs someone more mature. But
He's
she
He's an artist too.
is he?
creative
Oh,
person.
okay, all right,
I don't know.
yeah.
And
She's always open to meeting people, and she likes quirky people like herself. I'm kind of like that too. I like quirky people.
I think we should make this happen.
I don't know.
Oh shit, Bella, you're gonna
Well-
kill me.
So's Anthony. Yeah. Or maybe not.
She's gonna kill me.
I don't know.
God.
Look, here's how
You need to
here's
take
how
some of this out.
No,
Like,
no.
No
I
editing.
just say,
I'm
look,
gonna die. Like,
my son, introduction never. You meet a new friend and no harm, no foul. It's a good thing. Never know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know. His
Yeah.
situation. He's my son.
Wow.
He doesn't really talk about.
Maybe
these
we
things.
should take this conversation offline as
Okay.
the neutral party here.
I don't know.
yeah, I mean, she's quite the person. She self protects, and that's okay.
Yeah. it is.
Anything she does, I'm gonna support
Yeah.
because I know she's right, and that's okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like I got her back.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's. It's kind of funny too because I'm gonna out her. She got a job waiting tables at Scramblers.
What? Don't tell us the location. Or you don't want to tell the
No,
location?
like.
Because we'll go to
It's
breakfast
funny.
tomorrow.
Sankus. Okay, so people walk in there and they're like, "Oh my God, Bella Witt!" And she goes, "She hasn't told anyone. She's
my
like,
God.
she's
Now
like
everybody
me."
Now everybody knows.
Well, that's
Yeah.
the thing. Like, I'm a closet case in a way, and she's kind of a closet case. Like, my band didn't know anything about me the first time around. Like, this band knows everything because we leave it out on the table. But they're like, "Oh my God, Bella Witt, you're my waitress." And it was just funny because she looked around at her boss and like, "Oh shit, I'm in trouble." And they go, "Who are you?" So she goes, "Nobody." It was just,
I know,
it's
that's
just
like a
kind of
movie
funny
line.
because we're just people like nobody.
Funny.
That's funny.
I know, but she's made a big hit.
She's made a
so
huge
far.
splash, hasn't she?
Absolutely.
She's actually playing this Sunday at Marion Village Festival, 5:00.
Oh yeah, I saw that was
cool.
going
That's
on.
a nice little Sunday
Yeah.
gig.
Yeah.
Playing.
Is it with the Fog or is
It's
it
with
Bella?
the Fog. She'll
Okay.
be playing the whole band. She's closing the show, and it's going to be from 5 to 6. I'm like, this is going to be fun. I'm going to go. I'm going to eat
Absolutely.
some food I probably shouldn't.
So I think I know this story, but is there a story behind the name The Fog?
Well,
Bella Witt and the Fog.
You don't have to tell it. If
I
you don't
mean,
want to.
it's kind of funny because Mark would say, "Fist of God." Like, it's just a joke. Like,
Uh-huh.
but Matt is just like, we're the fucking old guys.
That's right.
And
That's right.
Tony's just as cool as a cucumber. I mean, that guy can play some guitar, man.
Yeah. Yep.
And he reminds me of Clark Kent.
It's funny.
He
Yeah,
kind
he's got
of
that-
like the
he's got that-
glasses. I'm like, is he gonna do a spin on stage and then turn into Superman?
That would
He's
be a
great.
good gimmick,
He's cool.
yeah.
He's a great guy. They're all really good guys and they play well.
great.
But yeah, fucking old guys. They're not that old though.
So
I'm
let-
like, I've got years
They're
on them.
not. They're not at all.
No, they're
I don't
all
think that
great.
story.
So let's get to that men and women part that you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, just, I mean, whether y'all know it, you're sexist. He goes, okay, I'm out of here. No.
Who said that?
No, I'm kidding. No, it's just like, being young, like Bella's figuring it out right now because she's young. And I talked to Keith about it when I got in the band. I go, are you okay, playing with a female singer? I don't have any problem with it. Keith was like, I don't have any problem with this. What would be the problem? And it's just a weird dynamic when you have a female in a band and they're young and like Bella. And, when I was in my 20s and joining bands, like every guy in the band wants to date you. And you're like, oh, God, what a drag. Can't you just see me as a dude with balls? Like, you know what I mean?
No.
Like, I wish I had
No,
a
we
dick
can't.
right now. No, I'm being very, like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
I know.
you got one guy who likes you, and then it's like, not that, I mean, it's a good problem to have, but not really, because you want to be seen as an equal. And, it's hard when you're a woman to be seen as an equal, but Keith is the one man who will tell you, and so will Darren, and so will Ricky. I call him Ricky. Ricky! You'll hear me screaming. If he's playing anywhere, you'll hear Ricky! And it's me. And Mike, Bella's our silent threat, and Keith's like, somebody had heard this album, and they're like, dude, I don't care if they're women. These women, they're tearing up. And Keith said, that has nothing, like, he goes to bat for us now. It has nothing to do with it because we're women. We're busting ass like all the other women out there right now. Like we do have balls.
Right.
Does that make sense? Like
Does to
the
me.
Bethanies and the, the Megabeths and the Julies, and that we're all out there busting it like we've got a set, and we do, but they're just in the wrong spot.
Time out.
I'm trying to
Time
say
out.
that,
They're
and
not. You see, I think that you have to change the way you're thinking
there's an
about it.
appeal, but men see that as sex is sex,
But
Len.
I know,
Sorry.
but you said it yourself, Kelly, and I just want to point this out, is you said they're in the wrong spot. Okay, they're in a different spot. They're not the wrong spot.
No, I'm
Right.
just saying that, it's the way you're viewed. And that times are a-changing. I get it. They are. I think it's good. I think it's good that
They have to change.
they have to change now because, we sing like men.
Right.
I mean, I'm singing men's songs. I have never, it annoyed me greatly in my 20s and 30s when someone would approach me after I finished a fucking set of Dio and Black Sabbath.
Like
And they
those
go,
guys do it.
Do you guys know any Heart? And I go, yeah, I know fucking Heart. I can do Heart, but I just did Dio.
Like,
Are you not getting the point?
they
Like
don't
it
get
was
it. Yeah.
because we
they don't
could.
get it. Right.
And that's where I think it all gets lost in the shuffle. Like, you see a woman and you think, do women stuff.
Right.
I'm not going to do that
Do what
because
you
that's
feel.
not what I followed male singers.
Yeah.
You got to
Yes,
do you.
I can do those Whitneys and those thingies,
Yeah.
but I can't. I wish I could do Whitney like Whitney because nobody can do Whitney like
Right.
that, I mean, she was the end all be all, really. She had this control in her vocals that I'm in the car singing it, and I'm crooning like Alfalfa and the Little Rascals. I'm like, what the hell's going on with my voice? So, but yeah, she was the end all be all. But there's something to be said about being a woman in the rock.
The
Yeah.
thing is that, and I'm sorry, Len, but
No, please.
you've got a 23-year-old daughter. I've got a 32-year-old daughter, and when we were younger, we were dealing with this.
Yes.
And the fact that they're still dealing with it
Yes.
to some degree, maybe it's not as much as we did, but it's still not gone. It's still there.
It's not, and we're not
Yeah.
whiny babies about
No,
it.
no,
We
no,
know
no.
what's going on. We know what time it is, and
Yeah.
we're just going with the flow.
Yeah.
I mean, I've met more men that whimper in a band than women. I will say back in the 80s and 90s. I mean, I was getting out of high school in the late 80s, but I'm saying like I saw a lot of more emotion out of the women. They caused a lot of drama and trouble in a band. You don't see that as much anymore because we've had to stand up for ourselves and show that we're equal and turn it off when we need to. The only time you should ever show any kind of emotion is when you're actually in song. You know, you don't need to. I mean, I feel like I've been alive for like 300 years right now.
I think you have.
Thinking back at all the music projects I've been in, you know.
Yeah.
What a history.
It's a
I mean,
it's
all
a
the car
journey,
accidents.
Journey. You've had
Like
joints
16 car accidents and
knees replaced,
I've
ankles
lost ribs
replaced
from it. Yeah,
all
I mean,
kind
oh
of,
my gosh.
life.
I want to do a book called Scarred and like
do it.
show my scars.
gosh,
I've been.
Do it.
I used to be an extremely large woman, and I shrunk because I said, "This is necessary. You have to live your truth. Stop living behind the armor." And so I lost the weight. And even though I'm a big kind of Viking girl, because that's where I'm Nordic, so like, you know, I had to cut off the skin,
Wow.
a lot of skin.
Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
part of it too.
Yeah. It's part of your journey.
Those are my war wounds. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I know that, like, when I stand on stage with these guys, this particular group, these guys, you know, I'm going New York here. I got Bella there. She's a guy too in this one. I just like it does something. I don't know.
It's magic. It's magic. It's kind of like seeing
It's surreal.
a surreal moment.
It's
seeing you guys perform. It's so cool. It really is.
You are Kelly Bowman on stage. You're not trying to be anybody else. You are.
You're
know.
genuine.
Yeah.
I
really
would drive
cool.
you nuts. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I believe it.
Wait.
I believe they're spraying us with stuff to make us sick. I don't care who doesn't believe me. I don't care if I get on your nerves. Unfriend me. Like I'm feeling like.
How about no? How about no?
How about
about
please
no?
don't unfriend me and just listen. Like
Listen to what you have to say.
yeah.
You can say what you want.
I'm not nuts, and neither was my friend. But then again, people who are nuts think they're not nuts. So maybe I am.
We're not
Who's to
unfriending
say,
you.
dude?
Seriously,
who's to say?
It's the whole COVID thing. It just ruined the world. Ruined it.
It definitely threw a 6x6 in the face of many people. There's no question about
Yeah.
it. However,
I lost a lot of friends because I
Yeah.
would say, "Isn't the sky really pretty today?" And they'd go blah 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 blah, and they'd go on some political rant, and I'd be like, "What's happening?"
There were
What's
a lot
going
of
on?
pretty days in the early days of COVID. Though,
I mean,
'cause
I'm
would take
having my
walks
morning coffee and
Yeah.
like take a picture of a flower, and like you're getting like a rant about how we need to hate each other because, this sickness turned into a political stance all of a sudden. What is happening? And that's what Prism of Fate is about on the album. It's about we're all right and we're all wrong. And we all
Yeah.
think we're right and we think we're wrong. We're all fighting for what? Because it was just we're
Situations.
arguing by design.
situation.
It's a design.
I agree with you.
That's a
on that.
design, baby.
Absolutely. A macro level
Yes.
scenario painting bullshit thing
I have to
on the
admit,
human population. There's no question about it.
I'm an extrovert, and the early days of COVID, I was by myself. It's right before we met, and I'm like, oh my God. People are like, how are you going to survive this? I enjoyed it so much.
The solitude was
The
grand.
solitude and the introspection that it allowed me. I probably grew as a person more in those first few weeks or month or whatever than I could ever imagine.
I'm not really an extrovert. I'm more, believe it or not, I'm an introvert.
Yeah, well, I
Like
think a lot
this
of performers
intimate
are.
conversation is actually, I was very nervous. Like I get up on stage. I've been on stage in front of like 7,000 people before, and I'm going, boy, I'm kind of nervous to go to this interview. What are they going to ask me? And then Keith's like, just go do it for the band. And I'm like, okay.
He's right.
What if it gets personal and it's about me? Then make it be about you. I'm
It's
like,
about all of it.
what do I go, I don't know if I want to answer a bunch of questions. Is this like a job
Rapid
interview?
fire
Like,
bullshit.
I love your Keith
Hold on.
imitation, by the way.
like he's like,
Then make it about you. Yeah.
oh my God. Yeah, but like I was that person in COVID that they were like, don't go outside. Whatever you do, don't. There's a curfew. There's like a mandate. And I'm out there in my car.
Follow those rules.
I'm out in my car pointing my phone on live Facebook going, hey, what are you guys doing? And they're like, putting up a tower. What kind of a tower? A cell tower. Oh, is that one of them 5G towers? And he shrugs his shoulder and just goes, and I go, oh, you don't know now. Like, and I'm like filming, I'm defying everything, like just kind of being a little facetious and fun, like a little kid who escapes on their bicycle. But that was who I was, that's who I am. Like, I just want to find out for myself. I want to see for myself. I'm not going to ask you, is the sky blue? And if you say yes, I'm going to be like, actually, it's just a reflection. Like, I'm going to seek and find. I want to seek and find. I'm not taking your word for it. I'm not going to take your word for it until, authoritative kind of stuff, authoritarian commands, mandates, things like that. Like, I'm not like the type of person to go, yes, sir, will do. I'll do anything you say. I mean, I remember my best friend took an onion bag and had a girl make a bunch of face masks with them. And she goes, see this? It doesn't do shit. And she was breathing right through the holes in the face mask because she wanted to fuck with people. It was like, no, I'm not fucking with someone's life because she said I'm putting myself at risk because she never got COVID anyway. Yeah. She was all organic. She didn't get it, but she got cancer. Yeah. That's kind of in you. It's in there stirring up, saying, wake up.
Oy vey.
You're like, no way. Stay back.
Stay back.
So, yeah, stay back. Stay back there.
Well, don't stay back with this record. I mean, this is an awesome album. Awesome.
You got more than you bargained for here, Len.
Kelly.
No.
What? No. Why do you even say that?
No, I'm cracking up.
I think it's awesome. Are you going to tour? That's the burning question.
Well, we were supposed to do stuff with the Burning Witches. The burning question. No, the Burning Witches didn't get their visa, so yeah, they didn't get their visa. That was the story, but we won't go with that one. We'll see what.
Okay.
I think one of them's actually pregnant. She's
So
not going to be traveling. Yeah, so for whatever reason, it's okay.
Yeah.
But they can't make the King of Clubs September 6th gig. So Rick Wolf said, can you get enough people in there? And I was like, why don't we just turn it into an album release party? We just finished our album. And he said, man, you'd really be saving me. And I said, okay, let's do it.
There you go.
Album release party for the HybridNation's
Yes.
latest release. What's the name of the album?
Bringers of the Dawn. And I
September
did not
the
know
6th,
what that was about.
2025.
In my head, it just came out. And the song Hollywood Burning, which is what Hollywood is doing right now. It's burning. And the world is flooding, and the world is burning, and the world is flooding and burning. And it's by design, but that's what, a lot of that stuff is about as well. I mean, it's not easygoing talk, but it's got a great groove. So
Well,
just quit pretend that the world's ending and just enjoy the beat and the jams and the grooves. No, that's just me speaking out about Hollywood and how all of the stuff that's happened there. California's like a country of its own. It's very
It is.
weird.
It is. It's
I
country
do
of
love
its
it.
own.
I love the landscape of it.
Yep. Yeah, I do
But
too.
the people and
Well, it's the
it makes me sad that they're struggling. And that basically Hollywood Burning is about a man who lives in Hollywood and he's not allowed to get to his house, to his pets, because they say that that neighborhood 5 miles that way is on fire, so you can't go get your pets out of your house. And he says, I felt like they were shaking my hand and taking me to the ground. And he said that on the news, and it just, it went into my brain, and I was like, God, that's so intense. Can you imagine, like, knowing that you can't go home when there's no fire anywhere?
Wow.
There's no fire. Like, I have a friend, Brian Harsh, that lives out there in Ventura, and Mike Stimmel and I talk to him all the time, and, you know, he's like, got fire right. I said, how's it going? Are you guys okay out there? And he took a picture, and it was that close. So, you know, why can't this guy get into his house? Mm-hmm. Why are they blocking these roads off? Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah.
Why are they blocking people from hiking now in Canada?
Yeah.
Because they don't want them to see what's happening. They don't want them to see that. I watched a video that someone had released, and I was like, oh my God, I feel like do you ever feel like you watch this video and you feel like you're in trouble? You're going to get in trouble for watching it. And this guy was videotaping someone lighting a forest, like they're lighting the fire. They're driving along and just holding
Releasing
down
the flame
just
along the road. Yeah.
right along the road, just lighting the fire. And he's like, see, this is what's going on. And I'm like, oh shit. That's what Hollywood Burning's about. It's about them deliberately doing this to turn us into smart cities. Just tell us you want to turn us into smart cities, and then we'll go with it. You know, it's like you don't have to. I mean, look at Texas. It's like it's insane. I don't know. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff on that album that's intense. But Equilibrium's very uplifting. It's more about, you know, like how everything needs balance. So the good and the bad come together and create that balance. And that's what Equilibrium's about. I can talk about every
Let's
song
keep
and what
going.
it's about. Yeah.
Talk about them.
Traffic is about, well, that ends in a K. That's about something going on in the world right now. Child trafficking and female trafficking. I mean, they busted a traffic ring right just on Huntley Road, you know, and said that there were like women in there calling, saying they got a hold of a phone. They said, we're in here and we're being trafficked. And they busted that ring a few years back, and it happens right under our noses. And, you know, there's nothing more profitable than human.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're the food chain and the money chain. And Prism of Fate is about, I told you what that's about. Mm-hmm. That's about, like, how everyone in the COVID era and the vaccine became a political stance. And it's just like a bunch of bullshit to make us fight. And everyone thinks they're right. Limbs on Parade is dedicated to my brother and all the people that suffer with diabetes. And they're taking your limbs, you know, they're cutting them off because there's no choice. Because I don't know, there's a dilemma there with Limbs on Parade, because I'm wondering, what is the real go-to here? What's the real solution? Is it insulin? Is it amputation? What is it? You know, I go there because I want to know. I want to know. Messenger's a remake from the last album, and that was I won't tell you what that's about.
All right.
That's a mystery. Dog is about
personal.
a little bit, yeah. It was actually, I got caught between a guy and a girl who were dating in the band, and he was deceiving her, and I spoke to her. Okay, they're back to the woman thing. The guy was in the band. He was dating with the girl was madly in love with the guy. He began to pursue me. I wasn't interested. I just was not dating at the time. I'm more of a loner type. And she got angry, and they both became angry at me for being the messenger of that information. Like, why don't you two just go over and be together and leave me out of your crap? That was the message there. Like,
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's
I
good life.
stand
That's-
before you blinded and ignore you. That's the whole point. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to get involved. And dog is about my dog Toby. And then ironically, in the midst of writing that song Dog, I was bitten by a dog for the first time, and bitten hard. And his name is Milo, and he's on the YouTube picture. It was weird. It was like I was writing it about what my dog's thinking. Then all of a sudden I wrote the words, I'm in a room with no walls and there's no way out. Well, Milo came to the expo and we had curtains up. They were not walls, but they were. And she brought him to sit with her at the desk, and he lunged at my leg and took a hold of it. My ankle, this one. And, he bit, and I ripped my foot out of his mouth, and I went, woo! And then I kept going, and he took hold of it again. And then I was sitting there, and I was like, I wasn't even dating Keith at this point, and I was like, my leg feels wet. It's weird. And I looked down, and my leg was bleeding quite a bit.
Oh my.
But you know what? I was thinking, what's he thinking? He wasn't attacking me because he was like hungry. What's that dog thinking? Too many people buy pets and don't really focus in on
What
that pet.
means.
What it means. A pet is just like having a child.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not putting your dog in a little foo-foo outfit and letting it run back and forth. It's what's going on in the mind of that dog. That dog's psychology. I know that sounds crazy, but like that dog has feelings, thoughts, fears, happiness, sadness. It waits for you to come back.
Yeah.
5 minutes and 5 years feels the same to a dog. You can leave to go take out the trash and come back, and that dog greets you like you've been gone for a week. And then you can kick a dog. I've seen people abuse an animal, and it's upsetting. And then they come up, and that dog whimpers and looks at them like, I love you so much, please love me. And that's God backwards. And I know that's why, because that dog has that's the ultimate heart of all.
Yeah.
Cats don't say that. They're like, fuck you, man. I'm out. Like, I'll be going to the neighbors for my food.
Cat back was just tack. So, it's
Yeah,
not good
cat
at
will
all.
be like, screw you. Equilibrium. I'm just going through the album. It's boring.
No, it's not.
no.
No, it's
Equilibrium's
cool to
just
hear
about
hear
how
this coming from you.
it's about balance. It's about how we need to balance. It's too much hate, too much. It's like manic. The world is manic. It's nuts. It's like we need to find balance, and we need to realize that we can rely on one another. And that's what I like about your female rock thing. The women
The women who rock.
the women who rock. That's huge.
Mm-hmm.
No other city's doing that right now. You're going to inspire people to do other things.
Oh, there's a couple of cities doing that.
Oh,
Are
there,
they?
there are. I don't know if it's the same, perspective or whatever. But ours is all about support and lifting each other up, not tearing each other down, not competition. It's all about support and
Yeah, I understand that because my relationship that left me single for 6 years was an abusive relationship. I was in that.
Yeah.
I never thought in a million years
Yep.
I would be the one. I had never even been called a name by someone that I was with. They always respected me. It never dawned on me. I couldn't fathom that someone was going to yank my hair out of my head or call me ugly or disgusting. And it was like, oh my God, it's happening to me, and I'm in my 40s. You know, it was nuts. I was like, oh God, how do I get out of this? And yeah, so like, it's just, that's surreal as well. And that's, you know, that's also an equilibrium. You got to find that balance where I had to get to know myself again and say, no way, I'm not permitting that. No way.
It's a big step though.
It's,
you know?
well, you have to dig yourself out of the hole. And, you know, I even let go of like mutual property to get away. I chewed my arm off to get out, you know, literally in that sense, like a dog. And I did. And I just, it was, God, what a pivotal moment in my life when I realized that's not going to happen to me anymore. And I will not tolerate that, because I have to love myself in a non-arrogant but comfortable way.
Yep.
To where, you know, I had settled in the idea of just spending my life alone. It felt good. I never really felt that temptation to date like after him. And I think you can call that baggage, but you can also call it a safety net, but you can also call it wise, and you can also call it getting to know myself again. I surrendered though. I prayed about it. I was like, oh my God. And I'm like, I did like one of those online surveys, because I was raised Southern Baptist, and I was like, what am I? And it came back, you are a Theravada Buddhist. I went, really?
I see that.
I see that too.
Like, Jesus kind of practiced Buddhism. He did.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I don't go by like, ooh, I feel like, you know, some
Christian
magic person's going to reach down and like go, hey, you're blessed. I think that you're in this, and, you know, you're not going to know shit until you go to the next realm. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
And then Keith will tell you that. I imitate Keith. Like, nobody knows who they are until they cross over, and then
Right.
you might see all your relatives, and you might end up being dust under a rock. It's like you don't know what your next journey is. Okay, moving on. Sacred Circle. Every year, my best friend, like a sister to me, Victoria Parks, who was also an amazing musician, who was a big catalyst in the Comfest world, MC everything. We would get together in my backyard for fire, which is what we should do sometime. Have some drinks, chill out.
I'm game any
Do it anytime.
evening.
Oh my God, yes. We would
I got
love.
no
Bring your
frickin'
guitar,
plans.
just chill. We'll all rejoice. We got ourselves into some trouble before. You know, they're out there smoking pot. We're laughing, looking on there going, oh my God, look at Minnie Kiss. And, you know, we're having a ball. But she had such a beautiful energy about her. She would say, let's write, like, if we were hippies, let's write like a, kind of like, we'll write like a ritual for us to bring in the new year, like positivity, and get rid of the old, throw it out, get rid of the negative.
Awesome.
Yeah, like just let's make it happen. So between her words and my words, Sacred Circle is, you know, the crone is casting the circle at the next turn of the wheel. And it's a little pagan-y. It's really Mother Earth-ish, but it's not in any way like negative. It's actually, you know, opening up the portals for the world to see the light and realize that they're not alone. No one gets out alive, by the way. And no one's coming to save you. But you gotta, you know, that was kind of a Dave Chappelle attitude, because I like that. Yeah. I'm a Dave Chappelle person, but, you know, no one's come to save you, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. And I feel like, you know, I've lost family to suicide and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, like, what brings me to that state? But I do understand it. I do understand the thoughts and why. it takes a lot to take yourself out, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, gonna go on the record here. Didn't think Kevorkian was such a bad guy. Because I guess now they're doing that in Switzerland.
Yeah.
You know,
Sure.
and
Sure
it's
they are.
okay to take yourself out. I mean, you know, we're more humane to dogs than we are to our
a
own
good point.
kind, you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's that. Dreams, Bella wrote that about the band. She wrote about how, you know, no matter how old you are, you know, she's this young, fresh, blossoming flower in the midst of all of us. And she said to me one day, I'm going to lose you all someday. It's going to break my heart. And, yeah, I mean, I get that. Like, I've lost everyone, you know, and I have her. And now I have the band, and I've got you guys and friends and stuff. So, you know, dreams is about, like, never give up your dreams. Just enjoy them and
That's right.
and do your music and do what you love, no matter what the world is trying to fearmonger you into to take it away. Don't let it happen.
Right.
So
Live your life.
and she's such a good feature on that. And I wrote, okay, so she said, I can't sing rock, Mom. My voice isn't like yours. I said, do you think I always sang like this? Like, you got to hear some of my mixtapes, girl. Like, I would play my old shit for her, and she'd go, wow, you're a lot different back then. I go, and you will be when you're my age. But, like,
She will.
so I did my vocals, and I was trying to, like, be respectful. So my vocals were like this at the back, and I was like really soft and singing really soft, and she goes, have some balls. she goes, sing, just give it what you got. I'll just turn you down in the mix. And I said, good thinking. Okay, let me go. Let me do this. So that was interesting. And then Hollywood Burning is about how, you know, they're creating smart cities with or without us. I mean, they don't fucking care. I mean, I say they, the proverbial they. And I mean the people in charge. It's clear to me
How do
that
you define a smart city? What does that mean to you? Like, how's that reflected in this? music?
to me, I see it as a reset that you just don't want to do with us. You know?
Yeah.
You don't want our permission to reset.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can't buy that farmland. I can't buy that house unless I paint it blue and paint the roof blue.
Right.
You know, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's called.
Look it up.
It's called HOAs that are like
Planned
17. You know,
Yeah.
17 pages.
Yeah.
Per 19 chapters.
Like,
thick.
like I
get
see
it.
my own life in my housing development now, and I'm like, I see things that I don't really want to see. Like
Right.
Edgar Casey, I know why he drank now.
Right.
You know what?
Standardization.
It's like,
Siloism.
you're going to wipe this out and you're going to freaking try to buy them. And if we don't sell them, you're going to flood them. And you're going to find that lithium under the ground like you did in North Carolina. Or you're going to... Do you see my point here?
I do.
Like,
It reminds me of an old song from the 60s called Little Boxes. You know, everything had to be exactly as they wanted it to be. Little boxes on the hillside, little boxes made of ticky-tacky, right? And it you know, it's all about somebody controlling what goes into the community. Mm-hmm. And if it's not there, then they make it, you know.
yeah, everything's by design now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a singer by design.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen the new apps? Oh, throw in an idea and we'll write a song for you. And you wrote that. That'll be your song. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, what?
Yeah, no.
Oh, you mean I don't have to do the work anymore? What is this? Like, what is happening? I mean, like, how am I going to enter a song into a song contest when I didn't even write it?
Right.
A computer wrote it for me. I do kind of like the AI video stuff going on, but
Yeah.
it still looks fake.
Right.
But
And I'm glad it still looks fake, to be
Yeah.
honest with you.
Bella points that out. She's like, AI, CGI.
Because when it doesn't look fake anymore, then we're really in trouble.
You know, when you
Yeah.
talk about some of these videos too, you got to be really careful too, because you don't know if it's fucking AI,
You don't know if it's
or
real.
If it's like, or this person looks like that might be that person,
Right.
but sometimes if you look really close,
Yeah.
it's not perfected, and you just,
Right.
like it's some sort of animated
And the masks
bullshit,
they're making.
right?
Yeah.
Have you
All
seen
that.
those masks?
Yeah. Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, people don't want to look at it. It's cognitive dissonance. I'd like to challenge somebody and ask, do you not see it yet? That's what I'm like at that point right now where it's like, my friend preached to me for 20 years about this stuff. She talked about child trafficking back in the 90s to me. And I was like, oh, I was so... I mean, at my point, Bella was born. I was like, I gotta raise my kid, man. I gotta work. I gotta make this. You worry about the world for me.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I was.
Yeah.
And now I'm going, fuck, everything she said was right.
Yep.
It's shocking. Do I want to look at it? No. Can I fix it by myself? No. But the sooner we all wake up and realize what's happening, the better we will be.
Yeah.
Trust me on that. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm not. Because
I'm the same way,
I vote for the
personally.
least worst in the situation that
Right.
I'm in. If I can vote, I will. And that's just how I roll, and I think that the whole band agrees, and that's why we are in this band together, because we are a union of souls. That's what we
Yeah.
really are.
Beautiful.
And that's why we're in this together, because we don't go this hard that way or hard that way.
Yeah.
We look for the truth to find it, and then we make our own personal judgments based on that. We have our own theories. And then you'll always get Keith's voice in your brain.
You know,
That's not fact. You need to look that up.
we could. You know what? Here's the thing, though.
No, but
man.
he's so real.
But look it up where? Where the fuck are you
You
going to
can't
look
look
up
up
the truth?
anything anywhere.
You can't.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah,
point about
nothing's
Listen,
true anymore.
Listen, I am a huge pursuer of the truth. And the truth is subjective, depending on how many perspectives can
Yes.
align to make sometimes no conclusion
No conclusion at all, because
of the of what is supposed to be the truth, and
More
that
pe-
is a
yes.
that is the reality.
more
of the
people
truth.
need to listen to their inner voice.
I agree with that.
That
Who do you-
voice
where do
is
you
telling you
trust?
something.
Trust.
If you wake up in the middle of the night dreaming something and you feel something, chances are that something is a something.
Right.
Because I remember, and I told this, Bella said this today, we were talking to my girlfriend Alice, who is from the streets of Baltimore. She grew up homeless and she had a really hard time, and then became a Marine and got beaten up by her husband, but they wouldn't do anything about it. In the 70s, I'm going off on a tangent real quick, she went AWOL for over 30 fucking years, man. They stopped her for a traffic ticket and she went to the brig. They put her in the brig. And she
was
said,
still in the
you,
system?
yeah, she said, you didn't hear me when I said I was
Wow.
being beaten. You didn't listen. You didn't help me. I was being severe. I mean, bruised blood,
And she
She
walked away from it.
escaped. She said, I'm taking myself out of this. So she did. And I see her as a hero for that.
Yeah, I agree.
And I introduced her to her boyfriend Dave, and they're like ex-Marines, and they're like badasses together. So it's cool. But anyway, we were discussing Maryland today, and I said, Bella said, my mom was on that bridge, and she said, this bridge is coming down. I was on that bridge that came down. I was on that bridge, and I said, this bridge is coming down. And I didn't say right now, but it's coming down, and I feel it. And it's a scary thought. It's like that Final Destination shit. And I'm not saying I got some kind of magic powers, but I'm saying when that voice speaks to you, you need to listen.
Yeah.
Because that bridge did come down.
Yeah.
One way or another, they're going to make sure that bridge comes down. But my ex at the time was like, why are you so nervous on this bridge? And I don't get nervous on bridges. But it was that bridge. I said, because it's coming down. Wow. I said it's coming down. I'm like, it scared the fuck out of me when it came down, because I was like, I'm glad I wasn't on that bridge. When that bridge came down. You know what I mean? Like, that's scary. It's like the Mothman prophecies and shit.
One of those. So is there a Mothman, in your opinion?
Oh, yes.
In Portsmouth?
Actually, because I know 3 people who witnessed that something. They described something. Mm-hmm. My father was one. Wow. My brother's best friend Rick he saw it. He said it stood up out of the bushes and it was like huge and it had red eyes in it. And it was standing there.
Mothman.
And he said everyone ran and screamed and I stood frozen. He said, and then its wings just went whoosh, and he said I was out of there like lightning. He said It terrified him. He said, I don't even want to tell you about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was so bad. And then my dad and his buddy were driving at night, and it was dark, and it was on a bridge between Ohio and West Virginia. And there was something in the road, and they thought it was a guy. And being my dad, who he was back then, my dad grew up extremely poor. He was like, come on, man, let's see if this guy's got any money and cigarettes. Like, you know. And they pull up, and they ran up, and they're like, this isn't what we think it is. And my dad backed up, and he said, this thing turned around, and it had red eyes. He said it was like 7 feet tall. He said it stood over us like mesmerized and staring through us. And he said we screamed and ran. The thing is about the Mothman is it's never harmed anybody. Never harmed anyone. To date. I mean, that's what they say, right?
Right.
But, I mean, that whole Richard Gere movie, that wasn't accurate to what I've heard. The guy who I ended up mentoring with, his name was Bill Mitchell. He was like the Midwest psychic of all time, I guess. He ended up dying. It was the most heartbreaking thing. We all lost him. I worked for him for 25 years. I was his assistant. And he was on that bridge that fell that day that it fell. He was 5 years old. And it's like I don't know if people believe in psychics. I don't know what they believe, and it's okay if they don't. You know, it's okay, but when your brain, it's not magic either. It's all a scientific process. It's like when I'm thinking of you, I haven't seen you for 25 years, and then all of a sudden you pick up the phone and call me, and I'm like, what the? I was just thinking of you. It happens. It's a telepathic thought microwave. It's a wave of energy and telepathic thought that creates that energy between those two people that think the same thoughts. That's twin energy does that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's the pattern. I buy into all that because it's just a science. It's a science, and it comes from us being hybrids of aliens. That's what it is. They're saying, oh, the alien. You ever seen the movie Fire in the Sky?
Yes.
He's like, it looked at me like it basically, he was saying in the book, like, it read my mind. And you can't tell me that we don't have some of that energy.
Is it the pineal
gland?
Pineal gland.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, are you familiar with that?
Yes, absolutely.
The human brain and.
You have 3 psychic centers in your brain.
Yep.
And they're known to be psychic centers. They are centers in your brain. And the pineal gland is one of those. And fluoride deactivates the pineal gland.
Really?
So there's fluoride in your water. It's supposed to help your teeth. Did you know fluoride makes your teeth gray?
Yeah. So they have whitener. to help
Yeah.
counter that.
To help counter the fact that they want to turn off your instincts is what it is.
Beth and I just break our teeth,
That's right.
and it's the same one. It's
Oh my God, you're twins.
It's
We
the
are.
same chip
Yeah.
too.
That's so wild.
Yeah, it just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just keep using that fluoride and you'll be fine. No, I'm kidding. I'm using something now, I guess, that's in your teeth called the hydroxyapatite toothpaste. It's supposed to be the best.
All right,
It's expensive. I'm like,
we'll keep it in mind.
I'm going to have to sell a leg to... No pun intended. Like, I'm going to have to... Limbs on parade.
Limbs on parade.
To be
That's
able to
right.
afford this toothpaste.
Kelly, what do you want to be doing the rest of your time on this planet?
Gardening.
With your music, though, where do you see it going?
I mean, God, am I not already old enough to
No.
stop?
No.
I mean, what is this? I ask myself every day, what is this? I once had a boyfriend who looked at me and said, so, when are you going to be done? And I go, what do you mean?
With this relationship now.
Right. No, he seriously did
Yeah.
not, like, he just was not. And I go, I don't, what's the question? He's like, when are you going to be finished with singing? And I said, oh God, I've never even thought of that question. I said, hold on, let me think. And I had to think about it. I'm sitting there like,
what
give
is
me,
he
just give me a minute and I'll
asking?
think. Yeah,
What's
what are you
his- what's
asking?
his-
I didn't
what's
know.
his real question?
He wants to know, am I going to stop singing so that he can take me off and make me miserable somewhere? But,
Sounds like it was.
and that's
probably
why I
good
love
that you
Keith,
parted,
because
right?
Keith actually gives me the songs. I was look jonesing at one point like a druggie, and I go, Keith, give me the song. He goes, cut it out, dude. I got to need to think here. He was like, give me a second. Oh my
just
God,
doesn't
it was hilarious.
pop out,
He
right?
goes, I'm writing it like record speed. It's so funny. But he asked, so I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, God, no one's ever asked me, like, when are you going to stop singing? Like, I've heard, when are you going to retire from your job? Like Beth.
Right. That's
I got a
right.
new job at Retired.
She was,
I found it. I got a kick out of that.
It was last week.
I know.
That's
It's
right.
so fucking awesome. It's
very fresh.
Like, it's very fresh. Don't let it get you down. You can just call me on the phone.
No,
I'll
I'm
keep you
feeling
busy,
good.
girl.
All right, all right.
We'll build something. Because
Okay.
I have a unit where I build stuff. I'm
Okay.
the theater prop company.
Oh, yeah, that's
So-
right.
Kelly, I'm just saying, she can be a workhorse if you
Yes.
give her something to
Oh my
do.
God, girl.
I
She'll-
love it, yeah.
We need for this cabinet to be refinished, for as an example. Boom, it'll be.
Oh my
stripped
God, I
in
love
10
you.
minutes.
Done it all.
I
Yeah.
love you.
Yeah.
So the question was, when are you going to be done? And I thought, hold on, let me think about this. Like, he put me on the spot, but it picked my brain. It picked my pineal gland. So I went, okay, I got an answer. And it was like a test. And he goes, go. And I go, when people start booing me off stage, I'll quit. And he goes, okay.
He knows that's never gonna happen.
No, I meant, like, if it gets to the point where I can't sing the songs, chances are I probably won't quit, so I'm just fucking with you. So I'll go and do a different type of music, like, 10cc.
Yeah.
We're going to go see them the day after the
Oh my
record
gosh,
release
That
party.
would
Fun.
be freaking awesome.
I mean, I like
10cc.
Air Supply and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I would sing some...
We saw Toto when they
I
came
love
around.
that
Yeah.
shit.
That's great.
My headphones are falling.
Yacht Rockish.
Yeah, I mean, I love that. But as for now, I mean, if I can sing Geddy Lee, I'm gonna do it. Like, why wouldn't you?
you just,
so
you just
that's-
keep being you, Kelly. You
I'll just do that.
Just do what's inside, man. That's the only way to go.
I'm just gonna hang on to the energy between all of us as long as I can. Like, I want to hang on to HybridNation and just give it a big hug and don't let them go. I'm gonna become their new stalker. I drive them crazy though. I'm like, okay, band meeting. We're sitting around the round table. Okay, we got some business going on. Or if we've been asked to do a gig or something or whatever. We were going to open for Trickster in Yellow Springs the night before we go to Erie for the Female Featured Fest. and it was a big sales pitch. I'm like, wait a minute, we're not going to do that. Why are you asking me all these weird questions? It's like, what do you care about me? Like that, you know what I mean? Like those people that throw you the sales pitches that want you to buy into something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not going to pay. I mean, I'll pay to play, but I won't pay to fund another band that can't fund themselves. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's their job. I'm doing my job. Our band is doing our job, which is to pay a lot of money for albums. It's just fun. We're having the time of our lives,
That's
you know?
where it's at. That's all that
what
matters.
it's about.
That's all that matters. It's
I mean,
all that matters.
Darren cracked
And
me
with
up.
positive energy to make it the best that you can make it. That's you have it licked. You're so fortunate.
Darren walks into practice one night and goes, I'm 56, man. I gotta get this thing going, man. We just need to play like forever, as long as we can. Like it's like it
no
hits
die.
us all.
No die.
It hits us all. Like this is it.
It's
We're
a good
in
one.
it.
It's great.
Do what you love.
Yeah.
Like you.
Yeah.
And you.
We all have our
You all have
our areas.
We all have our own bands
where
too.
where we're practicing our crafts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yours has those roots, but you've produced your own, which is really cool.
Yeah.
You're there. You're doing that here with this, and it's that. How does that make you feel?
My mom was my biggest critic. You know, I just had to think of my mom right then that you said that.
Yeah.
Because she would contradict herself. She would say, God, you're good.
Yeah.
And then she'd be like, nope, go back and do it again. It's not good enough. You're not even giving it any feeling.
Oh, wow.
And then one day she looked at me and said, anything you touch turns to gold.
Right.
Wow.
I'm like, God, you're all over the place. Am I good or not? Like,
good.
what is this?
Yeah, it's
and she was like, I just know where your weaknesses are and I know where your strengths are. And she told me to sing this Linda Ronstadt song at a contest once and I won $1,000. I was like, yeah. So I tried to get her mentorship and her museness. You know what I mean? And she gave it to me and I entered that contest called the Give Me the Mic Columbus, and I got in. I was like, oh my God, there were like 5,000 people in line, and I sang and I got in, and she's like, you're good. Yep, you're good. She didn't act impressed, but then I showed her my auditioning thing and I go, this is what I'm gonna do. She goes, I'm just like, what? And she's like, it needs more feeling. You need to be in more control of your voice. And I was like, now I hear Bella describe me.
And
And I'm like,
how's that going?
oh, fuck.
We all become our mother.
It happened.
It happened. It
become our
happened.
mother.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, I became my mother. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I had to think about it because.
But how do you feel? How do you feel? How does it make you feel?
What? Being here? The album?
Yes.
Moving on to the next.
Yeah.
Ready?
Cool.
Next.
Carpe diem.
Yeah, like we've got songs already that are actually so not HybridNation. That
Was that okay? Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Just write what comes. Write what comes. And we have other things we'll release that are singles that won't even go out as HybridNation because like my niece ended up killing herself because when her dad died and she couldn't get her baby back from her mom, it broke her heart and she was 29. That happened 2 years ago. And
Sorry.
I wrote this song called Kill Me Now with Mike Heartless, and Mike just started jamming on this bass part, and it's very bass driven, and I was just like, sinister thoughts in my head, it's like, I start singing, and it was just very I go, man, I feel like Lou Reed right now. So it was kind of cool. It's like, that jam,
Oh yeah.
I'm not a metalhead. I'm actually just
Groove person.
I'm a creative.
Yeah.
That's it. And I think that's what makes this band so good is that we're all like Darren's got Codebreaker, Bella's got Bella Wit in the Fog. Keith and Mike and Ricky had Green 13, and then Ricky's got Hot Lucy, and then Ricky had the Dammits, and then Mike had Robot Lords, but he didn't go to that, and then he had, Green Sky Gray, and it was like, I mean, these guys, I'm with really, excuse my language, fucking great musicians. Yeah. Like, Mike Heartless has toured Japan. Like, he's the shit. Like, that's experience.
He's
like,
incredible
experience.
Yeah.
But his demeanor is like, yeah, man,
Chill.
cool. Like,
Chill.
it's just like, okay. Like, everybody's just so good in their hearts. And we're not perfect. We sin. They drink bourbon and tequila, and we do our thing. I'm a wine person. We hang out. We cuss. We write about bad shit and good shit. And it's fun. And that's kind of where I am. Like, I'm just like, let's see what comes next. Let's just see what comes out. And that's how we all are. We're excited to just be doing this at this stage, at this level. Like, it's shocking. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it sure does.
Not that I'm anything
No,
or
it
they're
is.
anything, but
It's where you've come thus far.
I mean, I got a 23-year-old daughter who's such a badass
Yep.
that I'm looking at her going, dude, you need to settle down and not complain and worry about like who you're not right now, because you have no idea how talented you are and how much more talent is going to just spill out of you. By the time you're my age, you're going to be insane. Like, you're so much better than I ever was at my age. You know what I mean? Like, but I gave her every gift I could think of, every bit of knowledge. This is what's going to happen.
Good for you.
Do that. And she's brilliant. She blows me away, man. She's so much more than I could ever even fathom of being. But I didn't exactly want to, like, live my dream through her, of playing piano. But like, everything she writes, I'm like, dude, you need to play that at my funeral. Or, oh my God, can you play that when I'm on my deathbed? Like, I think about my death and I'm like, play that for me when I'm dying. Like, because she's so good. She's so good at that age. And I'm shocked she's not famous. I'm shocked.
She will be.
But I feel the same way about
But
you,
I
though,
mean-
Kelly, for a long time. I mean, you are famous. You're famous, and where you're performing. Look at your face. I think and your daughter Bella Witt. Same thing. I mean, just
We've got
wonderful
like 6 heavy hitters in this
jewels in
band.
Columbus, and you guys are all surrounded by yourselves. It's
I'm-
awesome.
You know what's funny is you can have confidence in what you do, right?
Yeah, and you do.
You can have a solid confidence, but when they finish a track at the studio, I'll be like, oh my God. And Joe's like, we'll be alone in the studio, Joe and I, and he'll be like, what? And I'll be like, I'm so intimidated right now. This song is so good. How could I even do it justice? I'm shitting all over it. Like, it's like, these musicians are so good. I've never played with musicians this good before. Like, my brother even said it. He goes, oh my God, you actually found musicians that are as good as you. And I'm like,
well done.
really? I'm
It's so well done.
clueless.
It's so well done.
You think?
It's-
I'm
Oh,
so
yeah.
well.
And it's homegrown. It's homegrown.
I'm not putting on airs here. I'm a grateful person. I'm humbled by my band. It's amazing. They humble me.
You guys are awesome as a total band. And you
God.
Yeah, completely. And you're blessed.
I am so blessed. I will tell you, I know that.
Well, Columbus and beyond is blessed that you guys put this together. You're doing it, and you're going to take it from there. I mean, listen, we covered a lot. The hamsters are screaming. Keeping this thing
Really?
going.
Oh my gosh,
But-
people are
and we've
actually
been at
listening
it.
live?
No, but we have been talking for over
I was like, are you going to cut anything out like about me?
well over 2 hours. There's no editing.
Okay. Well, my band's not going to want to listen to all this crap.
Well, but a lot of podcasts, folks will, be on pause. They'll come back to it when they return to work.
Or people who thought they knew who I was will
Now
go,
they know.
wow.
Now they know.
Man,
There's a lot
maybe
of
I'll
stuff
actually
that came
say
out.
hi to her next time I see her. Be nice to her.
Yeah. Well, I
No,
mean,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like people
yeah.
just think you're someone and you're like, I'm not that person.
You are very.
you are who
very
you are, and
approachable.
you should be proud of it.
Yes.
And you are very approachable.
You are.
Definitely. Thank
You
you.
didn't get another bourbon.
It's time
But
to
I
get
will
one
in a
now,
minute.
though.
She said, but I will now.
I didn't want to miss anything.
Well, we'll get.
I want to thank
We'll
you
get
too for
22.
having me and you, Len. And,
Oh my God.
Mega
and we have
Beth.
Mega Beth. Beth.
oh, and
Newsom
Prism of Fate is in the vein of Megadeth. So it's fun.
love it.
It'll be fun. Yeah.
Very much. Very
I'm
much so.
I'm grateful for you.
Grateful for you, Kelly
yeah.
Bowman. Thank
Rock
you so
on.
much.
That's right.
Rock and
on.
roll. We'll keep an eye out on you. And thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Thanks for listening. Episode number 120.
Namaste.
Kelly Bowman.
Namaste.
I thought I'd be 180. That's my favorite number. I don't know why.
Come back
We'll
for
have you
one
back
of
in
these.
60 episodes.
Please come back.
I'll
Will
bring
you
the
come?
whole band. It'll
Yeah.
be great.
Oh my God, that'd be fantastic.
Bring who you want.
You've
Whoever-
heard me
whoever
talk.
can
Now
come
we'll
in
hear
and-
them talk. And you know what? Everyone I imitated is going to sound just the same way.
With that crew, though, I almost want to do one-on-one.
Oh my God.
Because there's so much.
Oh, please do. Oh my God,
So
that would
much.
honor me. I would love that.
Just to have them all in one.
No, to have one-on-one.
Oh yeah.
And then like do the whole band together.
yeah.
Oh my God, I
Something
would
like
love to
that.
hear my band
I know
members
because
talk.
they got all that going
you know
on.
what they got to
yeah.
say about me.
There's a lot, but I think it's a difficult. It's hard to do. I mean, I'm not a professional by any means, but it's a lot of fun to have a band.
You're
in there.
very interactive.
It's a lot
Thank
of fun. Thank you.
Yes,
And thanks for
you are.
sharing
Thank you.
as much as you did.
Yikes.
We'll listen to some music and we'll get that other bourbon and it'll be good stuff.
Sounds
Episode
great.
120. Kelly Bowman. Thanks for listening. Bye bye.